healthy, we can make a compost. This is where all of our eggshells, and you can see some eggshells there, and grass clippings and leaves and all that kind of stuff left over from the kitchen get put over here. I've already started taking some of this out and putting it into the garden. So this is how I recycle the materials in the house and use them in the garden. Another thing that we can do is I bought a load of cow manure. So this is cow manure. It's a couple years old. It can be used in the garden. If this was fresh cow manure, it would be too hot and I wouldn't be able to use it in the garden. So it has to compost just a little bit for a couple years. Put it into the wheelbarrow. After I put it into the wheelbarrow, then we can take it over to the garden. And so we're going to go over to the garden over here. You notice in the garden here we have a fence around it. Fence around it is for two purposes. One is to keep the dogs from coming in here, and the other is to keep the rabbits out, because the rabbits will eat the garden. This soil here, we haven't added to it. There goes a dog. Hello. What do you want? She wants to play. So in this area we have raised beds, and we haven't done anything with this one. This is just raw soil right now. But over here you can see how nice and dark this is. This has the cow manure in it. So we have a whole bunch of these raised beds. Nice thing about the raised beds is we have walking area between the beds, and then the beds themselves, we have such poor soil in Stafford where I live that we have to add something to it, and we build it up. We don't want it to have to build up the soil in the whole garden, just the areas that we are going to be growing our fruits and vegetables. Over here there's a little fence. This fence will be where we have some flowers growing. So we grow flowers, and we'll grow fruits and vegetables. And we have a dog there that wants to play. What do you want, Maya? What do you want? I gotta throw this for her. Hang on. Okay. Okay, there she goes. She's happy. So here's some more beds. Each one of these beds will have different kinds of vegetables or flowers in it. Right now, everything is basically not growing. It's too early. This is beginning of April, but we do have rhubarb. Check this out. Rhubarb is a plant that's going to come up every year. It's a perennial. Perennials will come up every year. Nice big green leaves, and we'll cut that down. We'll use the rhubarb, and then it'll come up again next year. So it's the root that we are looking for to maintain in the ground. But rhubarb, we're going to pick the stalks. The stalks are nice red stalks, and those are going to be huge. Those plants will be very large. I'll show you what they look like in a couple more weeks before we start picking the rhubarb. The other plant that we have here are strawberries. The strawberries get covered for the winter. We're going to have to take some of these leaves off, but those are our strawberry plants.